Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. With me today I have Emma. She's going to demonstrate and I'm going to do the explanation. We're going to show you 3 different drills to improve your overhead mobility. First of all, why is overhead mobility important? In the sport of CrossFit, we do a lot of things with and implement overhead. And to have good body alignment, which means our arm is in line with our body, our upper body, is crucial there. And in some instances, the arm even needs to go behind the body at like a slight angle, for example, for an overhead squat. I'm going to continue to explain why these things are important throughout this video when we show you the drills and how you can implement them in your training. Obviously, it's always a good idea to start including them in the warm-up to open up the shoulders and eventually use the range you've opened up in your workout or your strength session. The first thing is pretty simple. You just need a wall. You could even do this at home. We're going to do some pulses on the wall with our hands on like shoulder height, and now we just push down with our chest towards the floor. What you want to focus on here is that you bend your legs slightly. You can do like more of a pulsing movement where you come up and back down. Exactly. We want to pull your shoulder blades together and always have your arms straight. Also, you want to push into the wall to really engage the muscles of your upper back and really create a good and stable overhead position. As you can see, Emma is pretty mobile and has like a very good and open overhead position, whereas for you, you might be more limited and won't go as far into the movement. But here, individuality comes into play, and as you do these drills more often, you get better and improve your positioning. Also very important is that you keep your spine rigid. So we want to always engage our abs to not overextend at the spine. So we only want to target the shoulder and not the lumbar spine. For the second drill, also very simple as far as equipment goes. You just need a dowel, or some people refer to it as a stick. We call it the shoulder dislocate. With the shoulder dislocate, be aware that it can put a lot of stress on your shoulder joints. That's why you want to start nice and wide. Also, this movement needs to be performed in a very controlled style. So go slow and only start adding speed when you've done it for a couple of reps. Also, this belongs into a warm-up. As you can see, Emma keeps her arms straight, her midline is engaged. You can just go back and forth for a couple of reps. Arms are straight, midline is engaged. We don't want any overarching at the spine, and we also don't want any clicking or snapping in the shoulder joint. If you experience that, start out a bit wider and continue doing reps. As the shoulders get warmer and there is more fluid in your joint getting moved around, these sensations might improve. As you get more comfortable with the movement, you can start bringing in your hands. We recommend starting out with sets of 5, then rest, and for the next set you can bring in your hands a bit. As you could see, Emma brought in her hands quite a bit because she has very good shoulder mobility. What we also recommend is putting maybe a mark on the dowel so you can see if you're making progress. This also is going to target your shoulder specifically for this overhead position. A variation for the shoulder dislocate would be to grab the dowel with your hands facing forward. This is going to target more of your bicep that is going to attach in your shoulder joint and is going to open it up when you bring the dowel from the back of your body to the front of your body. Also, you don't want to have here no clicking and snapping in the shoulder. Have the arms nice and extended and pull the shoulders away from the ears. We don't want them too high with an engaged midline. Do one more rep and back. Thank you, and relax. Same as for the regular shoulder dislocates. you want to perform 5 to 8 reps just with the dowel, and as you improve, you want to bring your hands closer in. Also, here a mark on the dowel becomes very handy, because then you can see how you're progressing. Okay, this is the last drill for our shoulder overhead mobility series, and now our equipment is getting a bit more sophisticated. We're having a bench and the kettlebell. Emma is going to lie down on the bench, where she lines up her shoulder. Come a bit more like this way, even more, where she lines up her shoulders with this edge of the bench. Then she squeezes her glutes and her abs so that her midline is nice and engaged, and she doesn't fall into overextension at the lumbar spine. And we're only going to target like the shoulder flexion when the shoulder moves into this overhead position. She's holding a 10 kilo kettlebell in her hands. You can also start with a lighter weight just to see how you feel. Now she's going to press out the kettlebell and brings it slowly overhead. And then keep your arms straight, and now come back to this position. And now lower it again, arms straight. As you can see, midline and glutes are still engaged to keep a stable platform, and only move from the shoulder. So you only want to open up this angle as much as possible. You can even add a hold at the top for 3 to 5 seconds. You will really feel the muscles on the back of your shoulder and the stretch on the front of your shoulder. And we also recommend using 5 to 8 reps included in the warm-up, and also doing this movement frequently will improve your shoulder mobility drastically. Be aware that the pullover with the kettlebell is a loaded stretch. That means you want to start light and progress towards heavier weights. Don't grab the heaviest kettlebell you can find. Maybe start with the lightest you can find and improve your mobility by doing several reps. Add in the pause. Maybe try to contract the muscles on the back side of your shoulder to even open up the ranges even more, and then go into your training, or do it as a finisher or as a cool down. This is it for today. Remember, if shoulder mobility is something you're struggling with, then incorporate these drills on a regular basis, do them frequently, and then you will experience some good gains. And let us know about your progress in the comments, or you can even ask questions and we will try to get back to you as fast as possible. Also, in our playlists we have several other tutorials and how-tos to make you improve in the sport of CrossFit. If you like this video, we would appreciate a like, and you could also give us a subscribe to get informed about upcoming videos in the future, and I will see you next time.